Muscular strength and muscular endurance are two separate components of health-related fitness, but we will look at them together. Muscular strength is the amount of force that you can produce with a single maximal effort of a muscle group. An example would be lifting up a backpack loaded with books from the floor. Muscular endurance is the ability of the skeletal muscles or group of muscles to continue contracting over a long period of time. Endurance would be the ability to carry the backpack throughout the day. As you read, it doesn't take much to see the benefits of strength training. Just 2 sessions a week, and before you know it, you are seeing toned muscles. Muscle mass naturally decreases with age, but strength training can help reverse the trend. Strength training increases bone density and reduces the risk of fractures. By stressing your bones, weight-bearing exercise can increase bone density and reduce the risk of osteoporosis. Strength training helps joints stay flexible and can reduce injury and the symptoms of arthritis, enabling you to continue your daily tasks as you age. We refer to this as functional movement. Resistance training can help you manage or lose weight, and it can increase your metabolism to help you burn more calories. In addition, strength training improves the muscle's ability to take in and use glucose or blood sugar. This can prevent and treat type 2 diabetes. Maintaining a good muscle base can improve balance and coordination and help to prevent injury. Strengthening exercises can increase flexibility and balance as people age, reducing falls and injuries. Muscles that are weak or out of balance can add stress to its connecting tendon and joint and result in tendinitis and injury to the joint. We have all heard that strength training impacts body composition and physique. In addition, research shows that consistent resistance training improves body image and perceived physical appearance, no matter the actual aesthetic results. Research suggests that improvements in mental health and energy levels are likely the catalysts for improving overall body image. They also found that strength training can improve cognitive function, most significantly in older adults. I think we get it. But how much strength training do we need for health-related fitness? You guessed it. Now we are going to apply the FIT principle to muscular strength and endurance. While we will use resistance or strength training to enhance each, there is a slight difference in the prescription for muscular strength and muscular endurance. However, before we apply FIT to muscular strength and muscular endurance, we have a few things to cover. If you are just beginning to embrace exercise, cardiorespiratory endurance may be enough for right now. When you are ready to incorporate exercises to enhance muscular strength or muscular endurance, you will want to use either a total body or split routine. Let's take a closer look. A total body routine is a great place to start for beginners or for those who are just getting back into lifting weights. It hits all major muscle groups, including the hips, glutes, thighs, chest, back, shoulders, arms, and abs. You should include 1 or 2 exercises for each muscle group. Working all muscle groups will limit the number of days per week that you need to participate in resistance training exercises. As you progress, you can gradually add heavier weights and more complex exercises to your total body routine. Once you feel comfortable, varying the exercises you do from workout to workout will help you to continue to progress. For example, when working your legs, you could do lunges on one day, squats on another day, and leg press on yet another day. Depending upon your goals, a total body routine is a great way to target all of your muscles, maintain lean muscle mass, and build strength. Adding a variety of exercises will keep it interesting and help to prevent feeling like you are no longer making progress. Okay, you may have been doing full body workouts for a while and feel like you have hit a plateau. This could be your opportunity to take the next step to incorporate a split routine. There are a few options when you split your routine, and there is no right or wrong. Just listen to your body. Here are a few ways to split your routine, or you can devise your own variation. You can divide your weekly workout into upper body days and lower body days, which will allow you to alternate the workouts and lift 2, 3, or 4 times each week. Split your weekly workout by making certain days push exercise days and others pull exercise days. Pushing exercises usually involve the chest, shoulders, tricep, quadriceps, and calves. For example, bench press, overhead press, dips, squats, and calf raises. Pulling exercises often involve the back, some types of shoulder exercises, biceps, hamstrings, and abs. These could include lat pull downs, upright rows, bicep curls, hamstring curls, and crunches. Divide your weekly workout into a 3-day split, where you divide your upper body work into a push-pull routine over 2 days and work your lower body on a separate day. A typical 3-day split would include chest and triceps work on day 1, back and biceps on day 2, and legs and shoulders on day 3. Lift weights for one muscle group per day by working chest, back, shoulders, arms, and legs, each on a different day. As you have probably surmised, using a split routine will require more resistance training workout days each week, but it will allow you to focus more on each muscle group and produce better results. As you reduce the number of body parts you're working, increase the number of exercises. Pick about 3 exercises per muscle group, and the number of sets, about 3 to 4 sets of each exercise type. Remember, no matter what routine you choose, begin every workout with a 5 to 10 minute warm-up of light cardio and dynamic stretching. Now we need to talk about repetitions and sets. In muscular strength and endurance, we adjust sets, repetitions, and weight to apply the FIT principle and progress. Repetitions are the number of times an exercise is performed during one set. A group of repetitions is one set. It is common for a set to include 8 to 12 repetitions. A typical routine will also include multiple sets of the same exercise. 2 to 4 sets is fairly universal. And how do we determine the appropriate weight for a resistance training exercise? Repetition maximum is the maximum amount of resistance that can be moved a specified number of times. 1 rep max is the maximum amount of weight that can be lifted one time. 1 rep max can be difficult to determine, especially if you do not have somebody available to spot you. The muscular strength fitness assessments can help you determine your 1 rep max for a few exercises. 5 rep max is the maximum weight that can be lifted 5 times. This can be easier to determine. Frequency is 2 to 3 days per week of exercises that train all major muscle groups, using enough repetitions and sufficient resistance to improve muscular strength and endurance. Some people will do 1 or 2 exercises for each muscle group and hit each muscle group every time they participate in resistance training, while others will break down the muscle groups and work only 2 or 3 muscle groups each time, but incorporate more exercises for each muscle group. With this approach, you will want to work each muscle group twice a week, so you may engage in resistance training activities 4 or 5 days each week. It is important to incorporate 1 day of rest before working the same muscle group again. For example, if you choose a total body routine, then you could work out Monday and Wednesday, and even Friday if your goal is 3 days a week, or any combination, allowing yourself 1 full day of rest in between. However, if you decide on a split routine, your week could look like this: chest and triceps on day 1, back and biceps on day 2, and legs and shoulders on day 3. You can rest on day 4, and then begin again with day 1. Intensity refers to the amount of resistance. You want to use enough weight to cause muscle fatigue while maintaining good form. A good rule of thumb is to use greater than 55% of your 1 rep max for muscular strength and less than 60% of your 1 rep max for muscular endurance. To build endurance, lift lighter weights about 40% to 60% of 1 rep max and perform a higher number of repetitions. To build strength, lift heavier weights up to 80% of your 1 rep max and perform a low number of repetitions. The more weight you are lifting, the fewer repetitions you should perform. You want to have enough resistance to fatigue your muscles. A day of rest will give your muscles the chance to repair and grow. Time is determined by the number of sets and repetitions. Resting a few minutes between sets and exercises can reduce fatigue and help with performance and safety. The amount of rest time will depend upon the fatigue that you feel after completing each set. Finally, type refers to the exercise that you will be doing. For health-related fitness, you want to hit all of the major muscle groups in your body, including upper back, shoulders, arms, chest, abdomen, lower back, thighs, buttocks, and calves. You can do this in about 8 to 10 exercises. It is a good idea to begin with the larger muscle groups and work to the smaller muscle groups. For example, exercise your chest before you exercise your arms. Another good idea is to work opposing muscle groups one after the other. For example, work the chest and then the upper back, or the biceps and then the triceps. Think push-pull or changing the direction of the joints. You can find resistance training exercises for each muscle group in your textbook. Again, depending upon your goals, the fit prescription for muscular strength and muscular endurance are different. To increase muscular strength, you would use higher weight and fewer repetitions, but more sets. So a resistance of more than 55% of your 1 rep max, performing 2 to 4 sets with 6 to 10 repetitions per set. For muscular endurance, use less than 60% of your 1 rep max, performing 1 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions. You will want to use lower weight and more repetitions. Be sure to use a weight that allows you to maintain proper form throughout your repetitions. One additional tip that I have is to vary your exercises each day. For example, one day you may do a standard bench press for your chest. The next day you may use dumbbells or even a seated chest press machine. Remember, for health-related fitness, you can get what you need in just 2 days a week. However, when using a split routine, you will need to do more strength training more days of the week to get in your 2 days for each muscle group. Now let's look at some of the more popular strength training methods. Free weights require more balance and coordination. However, they are beneficial in developing functional strength. They are also inexpensive and widely available. Your own body weight helps to train movements, not muscles, and uses functional exercises. And this is very low cost. Weight machines are safe, convenient, and easy to use, and can provide support to help with body alignment, but can be expensive or require a gym membership. Resistance bands are great for traveling and are often used when rehabbing muscles and joints. You can perform many free weight exercises with resistance bands. They are low cost and come in a variety of sizes which vary the resistance. And stability balls are one of my favorites. You are forced to use your core or stabilizing muscles to stay on the ball. We often think of using these only for working our core, such as abdominal crunches or back extension. However, you can use them for every muscle group. You can lie on the ball, and roll it up to your shoulders to perform a chest press with dumbbells or do a push-up on the ball. To work your lower body, while lying on your back on the floor, place your feet on the ball and press your hips toward the ceiling to work your glutes and hamstrings. You can also just sit on the ball to perform bicep curls or shoulder raises. I use my stability ball as my office chair. I also like to use the Bosu ball, which is half of a ball attached to a flat base. Whatever type of strength training activity you choose, maintain proper body alignment. My final tip for you is that sometimes you just need to keep it simple. You may be new to strength training and feel overwhelmed by assessments and sets and reps and 1-rep max. I hear you. You can start with a simple 30-day push-up challenge or even a squat challenge. Focus on starting something and slowly building as you have the capacity to do so. We covered many of the important concepts in resistance training. You can find resistance training exercises online and in many mobile apps. We will finish up with flexibility.